In the heart of the United States, a remarkable natural phenomenon has captured the attention of the world: the unexpected resurgence of one of the country's largest lakes, centuries after it was believed to have vanished into the annals of history. But what events led to this massive lake managing to vanish without a trace, and what triggered its sudden return to the modern world? What does the resurgence of this lake mean for the local ecosystems, wildlife, and the communities that surround its shores, and how are they coping with its unexpected resurgence? Well, let's find out. California, a place often dealing with severe drought, recently faced a different challenge. An unusually snowy and rainy winter flooded part of the state, leading to various environmental issues. There's been so much snow that it was 233% more than a usual year. One remarkable outcome was the revival of a gigantic lake in San Joaquin Valley, 4 times larger than Lake Tahoe, which had disappeared nearly a century ago. San Joaquin Valley, known for producing almonds, pistachios, milk and fruit, was once very different. It used to be home to a lush habitat with trees, wetlands and a massive lake. But in the late 1800s, humans started draining this lake, and it was vanished by the mid-20th century. However, in early 2023, heavy snow and rain caused the Tulare Basin in central California to fill with water again. The lake suddenly reappeared after 150 years. It currently covers 30 square miles, but could expand to over 200 square miles, posing challenges for the local farming industry. Previously, it was as big as 600 to 790 square miles, surpassing Lake Tahoe and even Los Angeles. History. Millions of years ago, California's Central Valley was shaped by natural events, creating a massive basin between the Sierra and Coastal Range Mountains. Around 65 million years ago, it used to be flooded by the Pacific Ocean, turning the area into a bay. But about 2 million years ago, shifts in the land and sediment deposits caused it to separate from the ocean, becoming a place that filled and drained with water over time. Over the millions of years, geographical changes turned a salty bay into the enormous freshwater Lake Corcoran, which existed for tens of thousands of years and was essential in shaping the region. Around 400,000 years ago, the land shifted and Lake Corcoran vanished. It was replaced by Buena Vista Lake, Kern Lake, and Tulare Lake in the Central Valley, each supporting diverse ecosystems. Tulare Lake thrived, nourishing plants, birds, and fish. However, due to irrigation and land development, by 1878, Tulare Lake, once one of the North's largest lakes, disappeared after centuries of existence. Centuries ago, Native Americans settled near Lake Tulare in California, utilizing its rich resourcefulness for survival. For thousands of years, the lake shores were teeming with life and locals, tribes thrived, but when the Spanish arrived in the early 1800s, they brought diseases that devastated the native tribes. Along with their settlement, they started manipulating the water system, leading to the eventual disappearance of the lake. Lieutenant Gabriel Moraga, a Spanish explorer, discovered a creek which had named San Joaquin, and the whole area became known as the San Joaquin Valley. With the Mexican-American War in the late 1840s, the United States acquired California, and the region's water system began changing due to increased irrigation and development for agriculture. The disappearance of Tulare Lake also impacted San Joaquin's river delta. Farmers started by diverting water from the lake for irrigation, leading to gradual decline in size. By the mid-1800s, the lake's surroundings turned into farmlands. The area's wetlands were transformed into semi-arid deserts due to extensive farming and irrigation. Urban sprawl further increased water demand, causing competition over groundwater and affecting the region's ecological systems. Pine Flat Dam, constructed in 1954, further disrupted the region's water systems and wetlands. Over the years, excessive pumping of groundwater caused land to sink and made it difficult for the area to rain water naturally. However, in the early 2023s, it unexpectedly returned due to a winter of heavy precipitation and snowmelt. This has led to significant flooding in the San Joaquin Valley. Tulare Lake's return is a massive threat to the San Joaquin Valley. It's larger than most of California's reservoirs and could remain so for years. The flooding is expected to cause billions in economic damage, displacing thousands of residents and farm workers, many lacking government support. The sudden runoff and flooding have caused severe damage, with flooded structures, evacuated communities, and significant threats to farmers. The melting snowpack and persistent precipitation have strained the region's capacity to manage water. Levees have started to break, flooding farmland and required residents to take flood control into their own hands. The San Joaquin Valley's sinking land and diminishing aquifers have hampered water storage, complicating the situation. In the face of this ecological disaster, communities are coming together to rebuild and protect what remains. However, the challenges posed by nature's resurgence are a reminder that human intervention and environmental mismanagement can have long-lasting effects that are completely devastating. Now, what are your thoughts on the return of Tulare Lake and its environmental and economic implications? Do you think this serves as a wake-up call for more sustainable practices? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated for more intriguing stories.